Additionally, social media and all of the sort of this public persona of perfectionism, how do you address that? And how do you feel good about yourself when there's this kind of outside pressure of perfection that's artificial, but we're all sort of still taken up by it?
We are taken up by it, and I think we need to realize it is artificial. I mean, there is a phenomenon called Pinterest envy. I don't know if anybody's been on Pinterest, which takes a lot of photos of food and beautiful cupcakes, and designer homes and clothing, and it just makes everything seem like it's so easy to do and it's accessible. Same with our media. We're looking at all the magazines, and all of the photos, 100%, have been touched up. And bodies have been stretched and shrunk, and heads have been enlarged. So you're reading and looking at this stuff saying, like, why am I not like that? This is how we're all meant to be. So there's a lot of stress with the media. Facebook is a huge stressor because people only post where they're at, like on vacation, and you get all these posts, you just want to be there, and it's hard. And I think the kids feel a lot of that pressure. I think there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I would just add, ignorance is bliss sometimes. So like when my son was deferred from college, I just decided to not go online. So I'll be back on in April, but in between now and then, no more Facebook for me. So I think that, sometimes you got to shut it down. I think we have time for just a couple more questions before we get to those book purchases. Yes?
Mm-hmm. That self-care was okay, mm-hmm. And maybe there were times where I didn't even know that I needed self-care. And in particular, when you're influenced by your mother, who in my case was a martyr.
Oh yeah, the role models.
You have poor role models in your life that are not really showing you the way. And if you have daughters, you want to emulate sort of good habits. So for me, I'll be flipping to the back of the book, looking for the part that says, it's okay for me to do that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So the question is really, can you talk a little bit about your research in the book, and particularly when you come from a model of a mother who's a martyr, and then you're trying to show the right example for your daughters, and how do you really impress upon yourself the value and justify the self-care that your message is so significant in the book?
Yeah, that's a great point, Natalie. I mean, if anything, we are role models, and you had your mother as a role model, and you are a role model to your daughter. If you take care of yourself first, put yourself first on your to-do list, your daughter's watching that, seeing it and taking it in. They're seeing mom who's a little bit happier, a little more, energized, and ready to be a really good mom. If you're stressed out, tapped out, like we all get, overwhelmed, go hit the gym, go eat some good food. Nourish yourself, like PJ was saying. Don't eat a Snickers bar. Go get get an apple and some nuts, whatever you can grab. Maybe take time out just to escape the office, go on a walk, get out of there.